not too distant future, wires are going to be a thing of the past, and we're going to show you how. This is a review of the Nexus 4 wireless charger. This is reviewed. When the Nexus 4 came out, it was in the line of Nexus phones supposed to be touting the future of the Nexus and future of the Android family line in general and kind of where cell phones are going. One of the features that LG and Google included to showcase the future of technology and the direction things are going was the wireless charging capabilities. Now, the Nexus 4 uses a format called Qi, which is actually spelled QI, so I'm not really sure how you get Qi from QI, but you do. This is a format that's becoming or hoping to become an industry standard. It's already been adopted by companies like Nokia as well, so it's being incorporated into other devices. I think Energizer is making some chargers that work under this format. And basically, it's a new wireless charging format, much like the power mats. I don't even know if those are around anymore, but when those had come out, that same sort of technology. You just place your device on and it starts charging. So to enable that functionality in the Nexus 4, they've released this little guy right here. We're talking about the Nexus 4 wireless charger. This is also manufactured by LG, same company that makes the Nexus 4. It's a fairly simple and small device. You've got a little micro USB port on the back of it. Overall, it's got a clean look, sort of a soft touch material finish around it. On the surface, you've got a black outer ring. This inner ring right here is a sort of a rubbery surface that's just a little bit sticky to it. Now, comparing this to the other device that has been, I guess we can call it mainstream if Palm was ever mainstream at this point, but the Palm Touchstone charger, which charged like the Palm Pixie and pre-line of phones, that also had a wireless charger. Comparing this to the Touchstone, one of the things that this one lacks is a magnetic connection, which the Touchstone had. So as you brought your phone closer to it, it would just sort of suck it into the right position and hold it fairly securely. So that was actually kind of nice. I actually had some experience mounting those in a car and using it as a car mount. It actually held it well enough. In the case of the Nexus 4 wireless charger, the connection's not quite as secure. So it just basically will go on like so, and it sticks fairly well, but if you start, you know, it'll eventually kind of give way. It's not a super secure connection. You also just want to be aware of where the sweet spot is on the phone as far as where the sensor is to start charging. So if you go too low or too high on the device, it's not going to work. But when this is mounted on a table, pretty much you can't go lower than that because the table surface is right there. So that pretty much works out well. You're not going to be hunting too much, but having a magnetic connection that would sort of pull it into place would have been a little bit more ideal. But as it is, it works out okay. As you can see, the back of the Nexus device too is clean. There's no metal connections, there's no connectors, anything like that. Everything is underneath the surface. The Qi wireless technology can actually charge through, you know, a certain depth of material. One of the really nice things about this format is that if you have a slim case on your Nexus 4, it will actually charge through the case, which is great for people that have their phones in cases. Obviously, you don't want to pop it out of the case every night just to charge it up, put it back in the case next morning. That's not really convenient. The whole point of this is just to be able to be quick, place it, and go. So the fact that it can charge through a case is actually really helpful. We also tried it out on a thicker, like an Otter style case, like a heavier duty, and it was not creating a real reliable charging connection at that point. So as long as you keep your case fairly thin, fairly light, thinner case, it's going to work out fine. Overall, as far as the recharge rates, it did not appear to charge dramatically slower or faster. It was about the same or maybe a hair faster, but for the most part, it was pretty much the same as what you would get charging it through a micro USB. The device does come with a micro USB cable and a wall charger, and even if you don't have that being a micro USB, it's still very standardized. So whatever you have is going to work out fine with it. Overall, it's a nifty little device. It's a cool little accent piece to have if you have the Nexus 4 that has the wireless charging. You should get one of these, if for no other reason, just to show off to your friends, because they probably don't have wireless charging. Some phones are starting to roll out with it, which is great, but not a lot. So it's still something that's going to set you apart if you were sort of an early adopter with the Nexus 4. Since this does use the Qi format, and that is becoming standardized, Nokia also includes it in their phones, and Nokia also makes wireless charging devices. So what's nice is that even if you don't get this model, even a Nokia wireless Qi charger will charge your Nexus 4 because it's all the same format. Overall, it's a thumbs up on the design, it's a thumbs up on the functionality. The price is a little bit on the steep side for what it is, just for the convenience of not plugging in a micro USB cable. It's questionable. That's kind of your call if you want to pay. I believe it's around $60 on the Play Store right now. So, you know, if the price is a little bit more reasonable, that'd be worth it. Now, in support of the price, you could say that eventually, if you were plugging and unplugging your phone frequently, your micro USB port could get worn out, could get damaged, and then you have more issues and stuff. So it will extend the life of your phone in that way by not putting more additional wear and tear on the micro USB port on your phone. Overall, if you've got the Nexus 4, this is sort of a must-have accessory with it. It just highlights more of the features that your phone has. And that's probably why you got a Nexus 4, because you want to be on that cutting edge. Well, this just sort of goes all along with it. This has been our review of the Nexus 4 wireless charger. Thanks for checking it out. And as always, you can find all of our reviews on youtube.com/reviewed or reviewed.com. Don't forget to click subscribe, leave a comment or question, just a little warm fuzzy, whatever you want to do. We're down for all of it. Thanks, and we'll catch you on the next one.